Welcome to Mega Man 2 Part 5. In this episode, we're going to be taking on two more Robot Masters. This time, it'll be Starman and Gravity Man. And in case you're wondering why I'm taking on the Robot Masters two at a time, you might want to blame Mega Man 3, because 4, 5, and 6 try to follow suit after it. Anyway, it's time to deal with Starman. And of course, Starman is in space. Which is why this is one of my favorite stages, if not my favorite, Robot Masters to deal with. And normally, I take him out first. Anyway, be careful of the meteorites, because yes, they will do damage to you. Although it may not look like much, but yeah, they will do damage to you. Oh, and these guys who's hanging on the ceiling, it's best to wait till they land on your Mega Buster. That's basically the best way to kill them. Oh, and the turrets, it's best to use the Charge Buster while they're, covered, so that way you won't get hit by them, and they won't be able to take a clean shot at you. So that's how you deal with that. And of course, this is the gravity area, and for those of you who don't know Mega Man, normally there's a stage in every Mega Man game except for one where the gravity is too high. Oh, and by the way, there's the M. You just gotta jump a little bit slightly and make sure you don't touch the spikes. But anyway, as I was saying, the gravity is normally high in water levels, such as Bubble Man stage in Mega Man 2. And everybody who's actually been on this channel seen me play Mega Man 2. And things like that actually happened in Mega Man 2, me running into spikes. So, yeah, get used to it. But anyway, what I was saying was, just like in Mega Man 2, every other game there's a gravity stage where the gravity is higher and there's spikes on the roof. It's in just about every last Mega Man game there is, except for Mega Man in Base. This is technically known as the water stage, even though the actual water stage is near the end of the game, which is surprising to say the least. Which is actually why I like this game, because there's not that many water stages. Anyway, this is an actual, what's the word for it? Oh yeah. An obvious and more realistic stage, except for the ATST that just happened to be waiting for me. I was saying that this is a more obvious stage because of the fact that you're in space and there's no gravity in space. And now that I'm on the subject of space, why are the Mets wearing helmets? I mean, they can actually... I mean, I understand the jetpacks part, but they don't need space helmets. They're robots. They don't need to breathe. Anyway, all we need to do here is just jump high enough to bypass those missiles there. But be careful, you might end up running into the spikes just like I did. Almost. But we're near the end of this. And all you need to do is kill this robot here and go through the double doors. See, this stage is easy as pie, and normally I do this first. And normally I'd use the Mega Buster instead of the weakness weapon of Starman. And there's a reason why. You see, the Water Wave, as I mentioned, is great for ground enemies. Starman stays 50% of the time in the air, and you have to wait for him to land on it in order for it to actually do damage to him. Like so. Unfortunately, I was getting a little bit anxious trying to catch him, but every time I try to use the Water Wave, he tends to jump over me, and he is jumping... And this is the first time he's actually done this to me, because normally I'd have took him out with either the Water Wave or the Mega Buster. And... he would just be very, very violent, to say the least. He wouldn't stay still for his weakness weapon for the world. But that's okay, it's Mega Buster time. And like I said in the first part, Dr. Cossack did a really good job on the Mega Buster. If only he didn't give it such a drawback. Like, you know, if you got hit, you drop your charge. Like so. But this Buster actually works better than the weakness weapon, to say the least, for just about all of the Robot Masters. Come on. Damn it! Oh, damn! I am getting tore up here. No! Alright, now I'm getting back into the rhythm. Okay, no, I'm not. Okay, yes, I am. So if you honestly want to do a Buster-only route, Mega Man 5 is definitely one of the games to do it. But one thing I will warn you, though, I think there's only a few bosses that Buster-only them is not going to work like talking about it. You gotta wait for openings for them. But this is not one of them. Because he gives you openings, so there's no reason for you to wait. The problem is, when you try to hit him with his weakness weapon, well, he tends to jump more. And speaking of weapons, I now have the Star Crash, which is the barrier weapon that Starman was using. You can aim it in several directions, which is probably one of the better barriers in the game, and also you get Super Arrow. The Super Arrow works like the Rush Jet. After you fire it, you could jump on it and travel, and you will be going into a straight line. And it only lasts for a few minutes. So yeah, that is a definitely good weapon. Now then, we go to the next Robot Master on the list, which is Gravity Man, who happens to be weak to the Star Crash. So without further ado, let's go to his stage, which a lot of people actually like his theme too, and I can agree. As I mentioned before, the soundtrack in Mega Man 5 is so underrated. The fact that people like 2 or 3 better, they just bypass 5. Normally I jam with stuff like this. Especially Starman's theme. Now with Gravity Man, the gimmicks are his... Oh, damn it, excuse me. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I had a little interruption there. Anyway, okay, that was just blatant and stupid on my part. Now, you might want to be careful with this gravity stage, because just like Starman, where there's gravity, there is going to be spikes. And there's one particular jump you need to make in order for you to get the letter here. As I mentioned before, if you get all 8 letters and spell out Mega Man 5, you'll end up getting Beat the Bird. And you know what? That gravity one is not necessary, because by the time you get down here, the gravity would have already changed to down. I think this is supposed to be an up gravity thing or something. Oh, and of course, you could use the Super Arrows to get over there if you need any help. But unfortunately, I don't. Not for this section. Let's just keep going. Oh, no, nope. Oh, the thing about those big purple guys, if they step on you like a couple of times, you'll die. Just thought I'd let you know. Let's just kill this thing. Come on. There we go. Now then, here's the jump. The moment of truth. Alright, I got it. That's good. So we've got 4 letters so far, which is good. Oh, and just so we're clear, yes, you could fall off the cliff going up. Yeah, I'd rather not do that. So, let's try not to fall into the spikes here. Let's jump. And just to let you know, the controls are reversed. So if you're upside down, down is up. So if you're trying to slide, and up is down. So yeah, we're here at Gravity Man, and with Gravity Man, what you want to try to do is lure Gravity Man to your shots. He's not that hard, to say the least. It's just that right now Gravity Man is not cooperating. He's supposedly like Toad Man. Cooperate, damn you! Or maybe my timing's off, one of the two. Okay, that's it. Screw this. I'm getting the Star Crash on you. That's your weakness anyway. So what you want to also do is try to lure Gravity Man into the Star Crash. Ow, that hurts. One more, and... wait, damn. Now I got him. He's dead. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Gravity Hold. Well, it's not as embarrassing as the last fight, but still. Honestly, I should have been able to do better than that. And again, I am rusty. Anyway, we've got the Gravity Hold, and what this does is pretty much a screen nuke for lesser enemies. Because guys bigger than a normal enemy will not go off the screen. So, yeah, that's basically what the Gravity Hold is, and in the next episode, we're going to deal with 2 more Robot Masters. Gyro Man, which the Gravity Hold is his weakness to, and Crystal Man. This is RP Man 985. See you guys next time.